In this problem, we are looking at the formula principal times rate times time equals interest. With this equation then, I know that I will be looking to define two variables and setting up two equations. The two variables is the amount of principal that I have put into the 4% interest account and into the 3% interest account. So I'm going to say that x equals my 4% interest account, and that is the amount of money that I have put in there into that 4% account. Then I can say that y equals the amount of money I've put into my 3% account. Knowing that I've split those principals apart, I know that in total, x plus y must equal $6,000. Perhaps I've put $1,000 into my 4% and $5,000 into my 3%. Whatever the equation is, I know that it totals $6,000. Now, the tricky part about this says at the end of one interest period, so we're going to consider this our time is one interest period, the interest earned by the 4% account exceeds the interest earned by the 3% account by $65. So we need to figure out what does that exceeds have to do with our equation. Well, what this is telling me is that the 4% has more interest earned than the 3%, and it's earning $65 more dollars than the 3% account, which means I have to take my smaller account, 3%, written as 0.03, times y, the principal I put in there. There's my rate times my principal. If I have to somehow get this equal to the 4% account, then I'm going to add $65 and set this equal then to the 4% account interest, which would be 4% times x. That's one way to model this. There's actually a couple different ways you could think about this. Another way would be to say that the 4% account is bigger than the 3% account by $65, so I need to subtract $65 to get to my 3% account. And a final way you could say this is that my 4% account minus the interest in my 3% account has to equal $65, the difference between the two. I will use this third equation in solving this problem. So I know that x plus y equals 6,000, which means I could also say that 6,000 minus x equals y. And then I'll use that to substitute and solve in for my y variable. So using that last equation I modeled, I have 4% x minus 3% times y, which I'm going to say is 6,000 minus x, has to equal the difference of $65. Multiplying that out, distributing, I have 4% x minus $180 plus a negative times a negative is a positive, 3% x equals $65. And in combining like terms, I would add 180 to both sides. leaving me with a 7% x, 0.07x, equals 245. And now dividing by 0.7 on both sides, 0.07, I find that x equals $3,500. Which means then that the amount of money that I invested in my 4% account is $3,500 in 4% account. And in my 3% account, I invested $2,500. And that would be my final answer.